Hello, 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 everybody. Welcome to Sunday morning's Messages of Love from Above. Hope everyone is having an amazing weekend. I'm just going to take a moment here to get my desktop all set up here, and we will get started. And if you're new to my channel or new to these readings, welcome. First of all, we got wonderful group of people with huge hearts, great senses of humor. So welcome, welcome. And for all of you returning, thank you for supporting and being here with me. I am so grateful. I couldn't do it without you. So big, big, grateful, thankfulness to everybody. All right. I think I'm almost updated here. Just make sure that's good. All right. I think that is good to go there. All right. Yeah, I think it is. All right. Very good. What else? What else? Well, before we get into the readings and all that, I want to start doing something that I originally did when I first started doing live readings, and that is sending love out to the world at the beginning of our sessions. 2024 is going to be an amazing, amazing, wow, just auspicious year. We're going to have a lot of change, a lot of stuff that's happening. Pluto's moving into Aquarius, which is all about sudden, awesome, amazing change. Old ways don't work anymore. New ways are what we're headed for and doing. So we can use as much love energy in the world as we can get. And when one person, like if I send out love out to the world, unconditional love energy, it counteracts a million people having lower vibrational fear energies. And so if a lot of us do it, that's millions of changing energies. And when we do it together, it not only adds on top, it multiplies it. So that's what I want to do. And if you want to join me, I, of course, more than welcome that. I'm going to bring in my wonderful, beautiful singing bowl. That is one of my faves. And as we do this, we're just going to take a big deep breath and come back to right here, right now. And of course, you can do this even if you're watching on replay. We can join outside of space and time. So we'll take a big deep breath. Just let everything else go. And we're going to let that love, as I hit the singing bowl, we're going to allow that energy to come down into our heart, fill us up, and overflow out to the world. So here we go. And if you are in need of unconditional love energy in this moment, of course, we send it to you. Just allow it to fill you up and take it in like a giant hug from the universe, or like a plant or tree would take in the sunlight. Just allow it to flood in and do what it needs to do for you. Beautiful. Thank you so much for joining me and doing that. I definitely feel the flood of extra energy. So thank you to all of you that joined me in doing that. Just move that out of the way here. And we will get into the readings. If you are new to the readings, how they work, we go down in order, first come, first serve down the chat. And if anyone makes a donation, I do honor that energy exchange. I step outside of the free readings. Free readings, I normally use one card, two cards. For the donations, I dive deeper into those as well and pull additional cards. When I'm done, I return back to the free readings, and then I move down the list in order. All the information on how to donate and everything is in the description box of the video. Also, before I get started, I always like to make sure everyone knows all the beautiful free things that I'm able to offer because of donations and my YouTube members. I also have YouTube memberships if you'd like to support the channel. My Praying Mantis level is $7.99 a month, and after each one of these free readings, I go into a special session with them for about an hour or so. And on Thursday nights, we have a special 2-hour Q&A as well. We pull oracle cards, past life readings, We're reading books, we're learning and growing, talk about astrology, all sorts of things. So if you're interested, all that information's in the description box as well. But, because of the support, this is what I do full time, and, um, and so I'm able to do free things like we created 2024 energy forecasts for each individual zodiac sign. That link there is for the actual playlist that lists every zodiac sign, and we covered for the entire year, money, love, uh, career. And then we broke out the year into three separate sections of 4 months each. And the spirit gave a blessing that's coming in for each one of those, and then some additional information as well. So be sure to check those out. We also, of course, we're in the middle of the solstice period here. And so from December like 21st to March 21st, we're in the solstice. This pick a card allows you to do a pick a card for that entire 3 month period. Plus, Spirit added an extra second portion on there with each individual zodiac sign. So you can get a theme for that. And then also, they had us list the actual, like all the planets and what they rule over in our life. So if you know your birth chart and you're like, well, my moon is in Pisces, what does that bring in that part of my life? So you can look at that too. Hey, Needy. Hello, hello, hello. Hey, everybody. And then the solstice in December, of course, introduces Capricorn season. So happy birthday to all you Capricorn sun babies. This is a special pick a card for all of us for the Capricorn season that runs December 21st to like January 21st. But there's a special bonus birthday reading for Capricorn sun babies that gives you a 3 month forecast for your birthday. So if you know any Capricorns, sun signs, be sure to forward them that and say, "Hey, bruddaZEN wishes you happy birthday," right? Sorry, there's like an eyelash. I'm like seeing it. There we go. So I love that. And then once a month, I do have one of my pick a cards is a meditation. We do like a pilgrimage through a meditation, and we go visit a spiritual site somewhere. This one was the Glastonbury tour in England, an amazing, amazing meditation. So if you haven't checked that out, and there's also a pick a card in there, and one of them has to do with what the fairies want to bring you. So I like it. It was just kind of blew me away, the meditation. So make sure to check that one out. And then we do have the Capricorn new moon alert. I normally all my praying mantis members they get uh, a week advance notification and access to videos. And this one comes out next Wednesday, but maybe I got too excited. I don't know what I did, but I put it out for everyone early as well. So you all have early access to this pick a card too. So be sure to check it out. I like it. Where am I being too serious? Was the was the theme of that. So I definitely wasn't being serious because I put it all out there. What? What? Well, everyone, Needy says that Capricorns are mean to her, but everyone has an expression, a lower expression and a higher expression of our sign, right? And when we're in fear, we're expressing the lower vibrational expressions of signs. So, you probably had some Capricorns who were in fear, because they can be amazing too, like all of us, right? So give those Capricorns another chance. Maybe they're out of fear now. All right. So almost ready to start here. I do have also a variety of services I offer. I have personal readings. I have past life readings. I also have what else do I have? Hedges of Peace and Love, and a Wish Upon a Star astro readings. All that information and links are down below. I did also roll out birthday readings, which is pretty cool. And this is a video that talks about what comes with them. And for the month of January, they are half off. So you can get a full year birthday reading for $25 and a half hour 6 month reading for $10. So if you're interested, check all that out down below. All right. So that's why I started a little early to blah, blah, blah. to tell you guys all about the things that are free. And I have a ton of pick a cards too on my main page if you ever are looking for additional timeless readings. All right. So we are going to continue to use this beautiful light Sears Tarot today. I like those. And we'll start with donations. So I did see that I had a couple. Hey, Mia. So Mia, thank you for your dual donations. So you will be up first. We'll give your first donation some love here because it allows it. And hello, dear. Oh, you are very welcome. I'm so glad to be able to offer spirits guidance. And your first question is you'd like to ask what kind of girl is A? She's a girl with H is having an affair with. Oh, okay. Let's take a look here and see what spirit wants us to know about this girl. What kind of girl are they? All right. So we got a little bit of cards here. The underlying energy here, we've got a couple of sixes here, six of swords and six of wands, which tells me that, she is someone in transition. She is someone that's moving and thinking, and she is having this kind of aha in her life where she's moving to getting from feeling like she needs to get external attention to for her her worth and validation and recognition. So she's in the middle of leaving things behind and doing it. I feel like she might have been from overseas too, or from across waters. That's coming in there. But that's the underlying energy. Let's see what these other cards are here. Okay. All right. Let's see what we've got here. All right. Yeah, she definitely, there's a nurturing. This is what, when we ask what kind of person they are, this this also has to do with how H sees them because they're seeing through their eyes, right? And so we want to know we have a little combo of what they see and how the other person is, and they are nurturing. They're a very nurturing individual. And so very attentive and sensual. And with this, the Queen of Pentacles is about new birth, and so they do have this energy of kind of they're heading into this restart in their life because we've got the world card here, which is ending of old cycles, beginning of new adventures. They got the death and rebirth card coming in here, and the 10 of cups. And 10 of cups is someone that can just full of love and overflowing, a very loving individual, very passionate individual. And when I say passionate, I don't see well, they got the 6 of wands, so they're very they give mutual they're very balanced giving of passion. But they've got this energy around him of just being very big nurturer and loving, and so there's, like, no judgment that comes from them, and I feel like that's one of the big things that attracts H to them is that they just feel they don't have to try to be anyone different, they're just so welcoming, if that makes sense, and they are going through, like I said, with that 6 of swords and this 8 of swords, they really are doing a lot of reflection on their limiting beliefs and their fears and looking at themselves in the mirror. So, they're going through a big transition in their life here with all these cards. And, I feel here, this 3 of wands is on the bottom too. I feel like they're reaching a point where they're going to be altering their life and changing direction too. So I'm not sure how long this affair is going to last because I feel like they are really waking up to a lot of things. They're going through this rebirth and they're realizing how much love they give to everyone else and how little they get back. And so, there's this energy with them that they do want to be loved, and they've been searching for love outside of themselves for so long that they just look to individuals. They'll sacrifice everything for someone, and who doesn't want that? That's the way I used to be. I used to be like an overgiver. I'd give up on my friends, everything. I'd even leave a job and move out of state. And it's like I realized how self-sacrificing I was, and I feel like they're waking up to that. So that's what's going on with them. Hopefully that gives you a little idea and that they're not a villain. They're just trying to fill up their heart like all of us do. And sometimes, it ends up with other individuals that, you know, um, are with other people. Sometimes we pick people who are unavailable on purpose because of the fear of being hurt. And so just a huge heart, and I love what they're going through and that they're transforming. Um, but yeah, they can use a lot of love. All right, so that's what they have for that one, Mia, and thank you for that donation. Let's give your second donation some love, and thank you for your double donation. And you want to know, is this shift with F that we saw coming, is it happening soon and in a way that will surprise you? All right. Thank you. Thank you so much for your blessings, and you are very, very welcome. Let's take a look here and see. So this shift happening, is it soon? And is it going to surprise you? Is it going to come out of nowhere? Or I don't know if anything can surprise you. You're pretty aware. You're like in tune. You have your sensors out. Whoop, what's that? That's funny. Let's see what's on the bottom of the deck. Yeah, exactly. I don't think anyone can get anything by you. You got the Queen of Cups. She's very intuitive and very aware. And I feel like your energy, like you're like, what was that? You pick up things, right? So I don't think I don't think it. Let's see. I'll see if it'll surprise you here if any of these cards. No, I don't have any surprise cards here. So I feel like you'll have this awareness of it before you jump in there. Um, so yeah, so as far as timing, um, what are the timings here? I don't. I don't feel like it's a long time away, but I don't feel like it's coming super, super fast because we've got the 7 of Swords, which is them figuring things out, right? I think we even got that further maybe. But the 7 of Swords is them figuring out their own thoughts and beliefs, so they're doing some of this evaluation here. And the Queen of Pentacles, they do have here this Mother Nature, Mother Nurture. So they're taking time with themselves right now. And these 3 cards coming out with the Ace of Pentacles and the 9 of Pentacles and the 3 of Pentacles. This is them being true to their authentic selves. This is them 9 having some alone time, connecting with themselves and spirit, and this time of the Ace of Pentacles of finding their worth. Yeah, and even with the Queen of Pentacles. I mean, all these Pentacles is all this birthing, all this nurturing, all this self reflection here. But I feel like the 4 of Wands, this joy, celebration, gatherings, and I feel like what's going to happen here, there's some sort of gathering, some sort of joyful um, event or something. And this may be where you see them or where maybe they even invite you to. But I feel like there is this gathering of some sort that kind of signifies this change. So it could be that they're inviting you to go to something, or you do see them somewhere and they're like, hey, and they spend time with you at this event or whatever and hang around with you. Type of energy is what I feel is coming in there. So nothing super, super soon, but nothing far, far away either. It's just right. It's like Goldilocks. It's like, this is too soft. This is too hard. This is just right. So it's coming in, of course, in the perfect timing. But, I feel like maybe, is the 4, I feel like maybe within 4 weeks, because it does feel like January feels too soon, but like March and April feel too far away. So I feel like February-ish, which is like 4 weeks from now. I feel like it's within that period of time. Of course, we speed things up when we focus inward in our higher love and removing the thoughts and beliefs and emotions, the more we work on our higher love and our higher vibration, that speeds things up too, right? So that's what they have coming in there, Mia Mia. So I like it. All right. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. And the perfect timing is always with us with, they want our vibration to match their vibration, and so if it has to wait for one or both of us to get it to a certain level, then it gets drawn out to do that. Yeah, exactly. That's all we can do. Ours our best every day and going, all right, you know what? Who am I? And connecting to that higher love, because that also allows us to give and receive love to humans in a bigger way. The more we, do that upward too. So I like it. I like it. I like it. And thank you again so much for your donations. I greatly appreciate those. All right. And I think that's it for the donation. So we are going to scroll to the top of the free readings and begin those. So if anyone else wants your reading to be moved to the top, a donation of any kind, we'll do that. Otherwise, we'll continue with the free readings. So, new love, you are up first. Hello, hello. So, you want to know when Daniel helps you in the program, do you see friendship or just that he'll be helping you and that's it? All right, let's take a look here. Let's see, what does Spirit want you to know around this here? Nope, none of those. So what's this Daniel? Daniel. All right. This feels like more work related because you got the King of Swords, a lot in the mind, a lot in education, higher wisdom, learning, growth. This King of Swords is double air, so they're really in their head. And the Four of Pentacles is a solid foundation in the outside world, and so this doesn't feel like they go beyond just business. It's all business with them, and I feel like this is just kind of them. So right now, as they're helping you in the program, they see them. They're doing what they feel like they want to do, and it's Aquarian energy, which it's interesting because I'm Aquarius, so I get it. They always show me this with because the King of Swords is very Aquarian energy. Because I have to remember, like when I'm in a relationship and with friends and family and everyone else, we Aquarians put the entire world in one giant bucket because they look at everyone as a collective and gotta save the world and help us all. And we're doing it for all of us. That's the kind of Aquarian age energy too, is all of us as together. And so they won't see you as separate, you know. But there's not like there's not like an inner circle, mid circle, outer circle. There's this one huge circle. Everyone's in it. And so it's hard for, when you're talking about this kind of very Aquarian energy that you know, whether you see it as friendship or not, it would all be the same anyway. You wouldn't get. It's like everyone gets the same benefits of membership, and it's like, well, how do I know if I'm a VIP or not? Well, in Aquarius, there's like, well, there everyone's a VIP or no one's a VIP. It's like it's all that way. So hopefully that helps. I don't see romance. I don't see those things. I just feel like it's very stable and very business with them at this period of time, for this question. So that's what's coming in new love. You're like, oh, okay, well, that makes sense. All right, so many blessings to you. We'll continue moving down the list here. And Magana, you are up next. Hi, love. Oh, I'm sorry, you said love reading. So, hi, love reading for the next 3 months. What can you expect? Let's take a look here. What does Spirit want you to know here? So, yeah, I see here love takes kind of a different route here for you than normal, and it has to do here with this 5 of cups because you're transforming and choosing to look at emotions differently, and it's like you're transforming emotion, and this whatever you're gleaning here in the next 3 months with, um, realizing and looking at an emotion you had that bubbles up that, okay, every moment is of unconditional love or fear, and this transformation that happens is you realizing that your pain, the source of it has to do with the stories you applied to it, and you're realizing that other people, their actions were not about you, they were in fear, and that's why they were doing stupid, unloving, uncompassionate things. Because when we're in fear, little inner child boots out our intelligent, loving, compassionate side, and a little 2-year-old and its pet hissing cat are in charge, and they'll do whatever they need to do and feel they need to do to feel in control and safe again. And they don't use all of this intelligent brain because it shuts it off. When we go into fight or flight mode, we don't use our brain because that doesn't want us to analyze and think. It just wants us to survive. So they go into survival mode, and it's like someone drowning. You swim out to them, and they're panicking, and arms are flying over the place, and they whoosh upside the head, and you're like, "Ow, why you hit me?" They're like, "Oh, they see you now that they hit you, and they grab onto you because you're their life preserver." And blunk, they drag you under the water with them, and you're like, "Oh my gosh!" So you struggle, and you get them, and finally get them back to shore, and then they feel safe, and then you see the animal instinct leave, and the compassionate, loving, intelligent person return, and you realize, oh, this person that is doing all this stuff, um, wasn't towards me, they were just panicking. And so I feel like there's this transformation that comes in here with this 5 of cups, which then allows you to look at life differently, look at love differently, and you take a different route. And you're going this different love adventure that you wouldn't have allowed yourself to go on with all these previous beliefs that are bubbling below the surface. So hopefully that helps, Magana, but that's what's coming here forward for you. So many blessings to you. All right. And then Gene XO, hello, hello, hello. Thank you for the reminder about hitting that like button. So if you guys are enjoying the free readings, make sure to hit the thumbs up. It does help spread the Zen love, and it helps me out, and I really appreciate that. It helps the channel grow, and you get to be part of the love tsunami. So thank you guys so much for all of you that do that. I know it feels like a small thing, but it's free, and it does significantly help out. So thank you guys, and thank you, Gene, for the reminder. I was getting to the readings and forget that, so appreciate that reminder. All right. Hello, love. You want to ask, what are Virgo's intentions and next actions towards you? And see what energy's on the bottom of the deck. Let's take a look here and see what we've got going on here. So we got those two. Hey, you got this 6 of Cups energy underneath here, which is that past life connection energy that comes in here. And so there is this draw, there is purpose to this relationship, and a lot of this comes back from past lives, and kind of seeing things from a different perspective, and kind of rolling those around. Wow. Wow. We got the 9 of Cups and 10 of Cups. So their current energy here is that they feel like, and it makes sense here with the 6 of Cups, they feel like there's this draw, and from their perception right now, it feels very, um, wish come true and emotional fulfillment. They kind of feel like here that you're able to make them feel this way, and bring this towards them here. So um, it feels like they're getting some ahas, and some things are really clicking here with all of this because that's a lot of cups. When you look at them all together, especially like bam, just all of this emotional fulfillment. So out of nowhere, it feels like almost out of nowhere, it's just kinda like this, something's triggering, something's bringing them in here, and, maybe some sort of planetary energy is aligning that is really activating their, um, subconscious, and their that 6 of Cups, past life energy feels like it's bubbling to the surface. It's like a sleep they're saying it's like a sleeper agent. They've been kinda hanging out for a little bit, and this all this stuff bubbling, and now they've been activated, and they're just like, "Well, I think I wanna try this out," and maybe just the everything in the outside world might have just kind of moved into this this place of alignment, but I just feel like you're gonna have action in that area, like they're gonna share their energy and share their their love that's there. They just can't like um keep it under wraps anymore. So that's what's coming through, Gene. So whoa, look out. All right. So many blessings to you. That's what they have for you. And then Kritika Malhotra, you'll be at the next free reading in a moment. I do have a donation, so I'm going to jump down to that. Hey, Dune, thank you so much for that donation. Let's give that some love here. And let me just make sure I didn't get any others through email. Nope. Okay. So, absolutely, Gene. All right, Dune, let's take a look here. So, what do we see for you next week? What does Spirit want you to know about next week? All right. So, got that and those two. And what's underneath the deck here? So, yeah, you've got some change, some awareness coming in here because you've got the Five of Wands, which is this switch and change of energy from something fearful and like battling to something more like flowing here. In the five, you have the major arcana five of the Hierophant, which is seeing things from a higher perspective, seeing some truths come in here. You even have the High Priestess under the bottom of that, which is connecting and uh, unknown things coming forward here. And I feel like this is very internal, that's happening with those three cards. That was underneath the surface. Let's see what they're having you uh, come in here. Okay, well, pretty much the same thing. That's funny because in the middle you have the Queen of Cups, which is like this High Priestess. They have a lot of the same energy. She's double water, can dive down deep into the emotions and connect with spirit. So very intuitive. You're gonna feel a lot next week with this Queen of Cups, and I feel like you're getting in tune with your emotions, getting in tune with yourself here, because these first two cards that came up here, you've got the Page of Swords, which is changing your way of thinking and seeing things from a different perspective, and the Two of Wands is that you're choosing what to focus on because you know whatever you focus on grows and expands like attracts like, right? I don't know if doesn't feel like anger as much as conflict, like confliction within you, and this is where this you're like, why am I upset? And this is why I feel like you feel the energy of what's happening, and you're stepping back to look at it. So I feel like you're picking up on energy, and you don't know what you're like. Why is this? Where's this coming from? And I feel like you step back and you really look at it because you're wanting to see things from a different perspective. And if you can with that Two of Wands, even if you have to put like a reminder in your phone that vibrates and goes off every couple hours to go back and go, what energy are you choosing? Because whatever you're focusing on is what you're drawing towards you. And I feel like if when you realize this, you're like, okay, what's happening? Because you've got the King and the Queen of Swords. They both rule over thought and belief and mindset, and especially with the Hierophant in this Page of Swords, this is all about a lot of thinking, a lot of beliefs that you're questioning, because beliefs will trigger emotion, and emotion triggers beliefs. It's they originally we what came first, the chicken or the egg? What came first is emotion. We are emotional beings who think, and so there's all this thinking that is coming in here, that you're getting back to the emotion of what caused this here. So you're just really, seeing this and, seeing things from a different perspective. The Queen of Swords, she balances the head and the heart. The King of Swords is all air, two parts air. So with this, it's two parts air, one part air. So three parts air, one part emotion. And you got all this thinking going on. So it's a very reflective type of week here, is what Spirit is saying. There's going to be some energies that you're picking up on, some emotional energies, and then you're going into your head and looking at it and contemplating and going, why do I feel that way? Why do I think that way? And there's this beautiful opportunity of transformation. Two of Wands is stepping into your energetic power, but I feel so much next week you have this opportunity of things that come up to see, why do I have that story around that? And how can I change that story to be something that I want it to mean instead of what I feel it's supposed to mean? So, someone does something, doesn't do something, says something, doesn't say something. You're like, why does that bother me? And where did that come from? So I feel like it's a very enlightening week for you. So I like that. I like that for you. There could be anger, but I feel it's more, you feel like just these gut feelings and gut instincts, and then you're just like, why am I picking this up? Why do I feel this? And I like it. So very transformational. So that's what they have for you, Dune. It feels like work, but it's actually freeing. And I feel like you enjoy it. Some good energies. Let's see what kind of energies do we got. We got, like, right now we're in Scorpio moon energy. And so, yeah, we move into, well, and this is very Capricorn and Capricorn energy that we're in Capricorn season. So there is a lot of thinking, a lot of shaking of our, um, so I feel like this, and I feel like you're picking up on the Capricorn new moon energy already for the 11th, which, um, yeah, so, which is coming in. So I feel like you have access to all of that. All right, so that's what they have. So many blessings to you, and thank you again for your donation. All right, so we'll scroll back here. I don't think I have any other donations, so let's, oops, just check here. See the email. All right, there it goes. All right. So we are back to Kritika Malhotra. Hi. So you are very welcome for your previous readings. You want to know, is there any possibility of meeting Arnav during your vacation from day through the 11th? Let's take a look here. Yeah, there is a possibility here. We've got, you've got the 10 of wands, which is, because you said you're on vacation. Yeah, the 10 of wands is like, before you go back to work, before you go back to the burden here, you got a fast movement of ace of cups here. So there is this chance here, but it has to do with your energy, because the 10 of wands is this, where am I investing all my energy? And so there is a possibility here, uh but I feel like with especially two huge wands energy cards, it's about where you focusing on right now. Are you focusing on gratitude, unconditional love, joy, laughter? The more you focus on that and not the fear energy, then that changes things. It's funny because I remember I had just met someone, and I went to flew to Hawaii with a friend of mine to go put her husband's ashes in the ocean, and I had these fears of, like, I just met him, and someone's gonna steal them away from me, while I'm away, and I was all and I wasn't enjoying my vacation because I had all these fears and, "Oh, it's not gonna happen. What if it happens?" And it was also full moon energy, because when was having all this anxiety, and all of a sudden it was nighttime and the clouds moved and here's this huge full moon, and I'm like, "Oh, yeah, that's why all this explosive energy is happening." And when I let it all go, I enjoyed my vacation and everything unfolds good. And I feel like this is the kind of energy they're saying is, and focus on what you're enjoying and let the fears go. And this helps the opportunity come in here. But with all this, I feel like it is definitely possible, Kritika. So um, focus on joy and celebration and gratitude, that higher vibrational energy, and that can bring it in before you leave. Otherwise, it kind of drags it out and it doesn't happen. So I like it that it's in your hands. All right. So that's what they have for you, Kritika Mahotra. So many blessings to you. All right. Thank you, Johanna, for your donation. Appreciate that. And shout out to one of my members here, my YouTube channel members. And so, Kritika Sayani, you will be up next for the next free reading. But I'm going to jump down here, give that donation some love. And let's take a look here, Johanna. Hi. So, do your guides have any advice on your current situation? All right, let's see. What would they like you to know? They always have advice. They're always trying to help us. So, um, and they love the opportunity to be able to speak too, because they're like always like ready to talk. Let's see here. So we do the overall energy on the bottom of the deck. You do have both the Knight of Swords and the Six of Swords, which is movement of thought and belief and mindset and letting old ways of thinking go, looking at new ways of thinking about the situation. So let's see. That's the overall energy on the bottom. Let's see what else they want you to see here. Oh, that's a loud helicopter coming by. If you guys can hear that, they're coming to take me away, everybody. All right. Okay. Yeah, I see here. So you've got this I know, always advising. The Chariot card and the Ace of Pentacles. Ace of Pentacles is like there's so many opportunities always before us, but there's always an opportunity for us to choose how we're looking at the situation. This is the power of choice card with the Chariot. It's also a movement card. So all this movement and movement and movement and new opportunities coming in. So the Chariot tells us that every moment is a choice, right? With lower vibrational love energy rooted in fears and higher vibrational energy rooted in joy and gratitude and unconditional love. We have this different way of looking at things always. There's always two ways. We can look at the lack of something and that it's happened to us, or the abundance of something and how it's happening for us. 2024 is a year of four of it's happening for us. And so, when any situation, when we're like, okay, this is the story we're putting to it, this is the emotion I'm feeling about it, this is the energy I'm putting forward on it, this is the physical action I'm putting into it. And a lot of that, of course, is when we're brought, you know, up with all of these stories of when that happens, this is what it's supposed to mean, what story it's supposed to put on it. And this is how I'm supposed to feel. This is where I'm supposed to invest my energy. These are the actions I'm supposed to take. But this is like a wake up that we can look at it differently and go, why do I feel like that has to mean that? Why do I feel like I have to feel this way about it? Why do I feel like I have to put this energy, and why, this? And, it's things as simple as like, well, I'm supposed to have cable, I'm supposed to have a TV. And when you don't, you're going against the grain of the supposed to's. But you're like, I haven't had a TV in decades and I have so much more time on my hands. I still watch stuff on my computer, YouTube and movies and different things, but I used to like come home from work and go, well, let me just put on the TV for a moment, and then here it is 11 o'clock and I did nothing and I'm going to sleep. And it's like when I made a decision to do it, was weird because it was so not normal, but I did it. And you start to make decisions of like, I know this is what everyone is going to think, or this is what I've been taught I'm supposed to think, or whatever, but I'm going to do what I want. And this is where this happens. This is this change that happens in this situation. You move from this feeling of lack to feelings of dream come true. I mean, look at the total opposites here with these two cards coming out. One feels like, why is this all happening to me? This is like, woohoo, why is this happening for me? And what am I learning from this? And why did I want this to happen for me in my life? And there's this empowerment that comes in here, and it does change, because here is the whole crux of it all. Is the Three of Swords is the fear of being let down or letting down, or the fear of being hurt, the fear of heartbreak, being rejected, failure, whatever it is. The three, this is like we're afraid our heart is going to break in half or into threes, right? But this Ace of Swords allows us to see things from a higher perspective, allows us to transform these lower vibrational beliefs that we have that are rooted in fear. We transform them into higher knowledge and higher wisdom. And so whatever the fear is, and this is something beautiful that they're just reminding me. So I have a little thing that I read every day. um and one of the four things that I read, and this is about um the energy of the day, is what am I fearing? What am I trying to control? What am I trying to fix? And when I look at those, that's usually where the angst comes from, and all the fears, because I'm trying to control something outside of my control, trying to fix something that I think I've been taught is supposed to need fixing. But this whole, when we're able to look at a situation and go, wow, this is happening for me for a reason. It's mirroring something, something's coming up within me. My thoughts are happening in here, not out here. My emotions are happening in here, not out here. My energy is being initiated in here, not out here. And my actions are being implemented, my physical actions from me outward, right? So there is this beautiful empowerment that comes with this chariot card, and I feel like they just want you to know at this time, for this situation, it's like, all right, what am I fearing? What am I trying to control? What am I trying to fix? And then, you look at that and do that. And, what are you going to do? What are you going to do with that? I get to step into my power. There's no wrong or right choice. Just if we choose a lower vibrational choice, we get lower vibrational experiences and emotions. When we choose higher vibration, we get to experience that, and neither's right or wrong. And we come down here to experience those lower vibrational. But when we're bored with it or tired of, like, oh, this roller coaster again, we can choose to get off that roller coaster and choose a different ride. So hopefully that helps, Johanna. And that is what they have for you. So many blessings, my dear. Thank you again for your donation. I greatly appreciate that. All right. So thank you for that. And I do have a donation that came in. So Maud, hello, hello. Thank you for your donation. Let me see here. Did you put your question up further up? If not, pop your question down below and we will do that. Let me just scroll up. I haven't looked over all the questions yet. I don't remember seeing your name here though. Scroll, scroll, scroll. But I haven't had all my coffee yet today either. So, that can be there. So I do see your donation, but not the question yet. So as soon as you put it down, I will prioritize and go to you there. But in the meantime, and then Brenda also, thank you for your sticker donation there. I love the 100%. And I don't think I saw your question either. So as soon as I see one of you guys post your question, let me just make sure I don't see yours up here. Then I will jump. All right, there we go. So, Mod, thank you. Good morning to you too. So, you want to know what are Gemini's intentions and action strategy? Okay. Speaking of coffee, let's get a little bit of liquid there. All right. So, let's take a look here, Mod. What is going on with L, the Gemini's intentions and actions for you in 2024? They are got quite a bit of information here. All right, so we got those. Yeah, I see here because I see why you're kind of like, what's going on here? You got the moon card. A lot of unseen and unknown things, right? I know. I feel like your guides are going, yeah, they're being so mysterious. So, let the intrigue begin. But that makes sense too. Gemini energy can come across that way sometimes, for sure. Yeah, tired of repetitive cycles, you know. So let's take a look and see what we got here. All right. Well, we got a lot of. All right. What happens over here? Okay. I see. I see. All right. Well, I can see the ride that you're on here, and but it does end up, if you can hang on. And there's this um ending that, I'm gonna jump to the end. Like my mom, like how she reads books. She's so funny. I love it though. She'll get a book and then she'll read the end and then she knows how it ends and then she reads the book to see how it unfolds. And this is the ending here. This is the last card, the 10 of Pentacles, which is a beautiful card. 10, fullness, abundance in the outside world, the legacy, feeling fullness of life, right? And the card that was right before here is this. It was this way too, which is the master number 10 of the major arcana, which is the wheel of fortune, where you will even your human side will feel like it's the tune of for you, the four tune. So I like this, that this is how it ends up, and it's like, "All right, well, I like that ending," you know? Uh, so, because even your human is like, "All right." So, how it starts here, the first card, because you got the moon, but you have the Queen of Wands, so there is this passion, this, you stay in silent. Yeah. So you got this Queen of Wands, which is passion and action and movement that is coming here. And right next to it is the Queen of Pentacles, which is Mother Nature, Mother Nurture. And I feel like both of these are you not waiting, you focusing on you, you living your passion. I feel like both of these represent, a message for you specifically of um go do things you love, do things you enjoy. Is it painting, is it, pottery, hiking, visiting museums? What are your passions of life? It's like go live. It's like they're saying don't wait for them, go live your life and let all your energy, be redirected for now, because you do have here the Ace of Wands. Again, this is your finding your passions of life, and the World card, last card is victory, but also ending of old cycles, beginning of new. And I like this, that there's this change of energy. You putting yourself first, you going doing things you love, not like the old waiting by the phone. They're all, you know, you have a cell phone. They can contact you anywhere. Don't hold back. Go enjoy. Go do things with friends. Go do things with other people. Enjoy your life is what all of this comes in here. Because I feel that's what kind of sparks things. One, I feel like this allows you to see what you want in life, your capital T truths, and your excitement and energy of life changes, and you're just like, wow, I have all of this. Like the a person in your life becomes a nice thing, but you don't need anyone in your life. Like you're living this life that's huge and big, and if someone wants to share it, great, but they're not like your, you know, like, this end all be all, there. But I feel like that also they see your spark and they see you, you know, change to this, wow, and that really attracts them. That makes them really look at and go, wow, look at who they are. Look what's going on here. And so I like this, that you're living life big, and then they're like, "Well, hey, what's this all about?" Right? And I feel like, and I almost feel like this energy, now that we see all that, we get to this point where it's like you're going to be happy one way or another, and your higher, your human self is going to feel that way. You're going to feel like your life is full anyway. And if this, I feel like with all this coming in here, if that Gemini, their intentions and actions, that they have is, like you said, it's kind of this changing this thing. And I almost feel like this that you're doing and going to be doing is what they want for their life too. And they see like, wow, you are happy that way, and I would like to be happy that way. And we can both be living these great lives and be part of each other's life too, if that makes sense. And so I feel like this is like, um, some of what, comes in is this: they don't want to be suppressed and be, you know, they have this idea in their head that when you're with someone, you have to give up everything for them. And so they're like, they don't want to do that because they want a full life of doing things they love, not sleeping around and doing all that. It's not that kind of stuff. It's like they want to live and do stuff, but they don't want to be chained to where they have to, because that's what we're all taught. We have to give up everything for the other person. And they're like, but I don't want to do that. And if you're living this life where you're not doing that, and they're like, well, then I have permission to do that too. Then there can be where there's a lot of stuff that you guys do together, but you also have stuff that you keep your own. And I like that. And I feel like that's what's all bubbling below the surface here with this moon card. So hopefully that makes sense. But I do feel like their intentions are they want to live life to the fullest, and they would like someone to be on the adventure with them, but they also don't want to be chained like the old ball and chain. They're like, no, we want wings. We want someone whose wings that help us fly, right? And if you show that, and if you live that, and that's your true intentions, that is what really draws them in here, because that's what they would like to do. But I can see the Gemini going back and forth between the two, and how there's these cycles that they are drawn to be closer, but then they want their freedom, and then they want to be drawn closer, but they want their freedom. And that's why there's this, and it's Gemini energy, it's the twins battling inside of them, trying to have the best of the both worlds, and you both can have that. Just it's getting beyond some of the thoughts and beliefs and mindsets of what is supposed to be. What is relationship supposed to be? That's what feels trapping. It sucks the life out of the sail, right? But if you're like, you know what? Hey, you can even invite them going, hey, you want to come and do this with me? No strings attached. I want to have someone to go on this adventure with. And they're like, what? No strings attached? No, just come on. You have to pay your way, or you get to pay your side of it. Or if you're like, oh, I'll treat you to this movie, or I'll treat you this, but there's nothing attached to it. And you can feel, like you said, that you don't ask questions, you don't do things, but you can ask for what you want. And if they're like, wow, I like this, So that's what's coming in, Mod. Hopefully that helps there. Um, but yeah, even on the bottom, here's all this balancing going back and forth, and this temperance back and forth. And it does, the cycle does continue until they feel like they can come together, the two worlds can come together. So that's what they have for you. And again, thank you so much for your donation. I greatly appreciate that, Mod, and enjoy your adventure for sure. All right. And then Brenda, thank you for your sticker. And there is your question. Awesome. And so you have a general in love and energies for today. Absolutely. Aquarius, Aquarius, Aquarius. Hola, hola. Oh, yeah, great. You told them what you want. All right. All right. And just real quick, Brenda. So, yeah, Mod, when we tell someone what we want, um, it depends on, does that feel like it's like, when you were telling them what you want, was it about an adventure mate, or was it like, I need you to be this, this, and this, and this? Because if we give anyone rules and, a list, then that just sucks the life out of anything. It's like, I have all these expectations. And if it comes across as expectations, which you can't help how they take it, but if they take it as here's a list of expectations, then there's all this energy that you have to invest just to get to ground zero. Whereas when we go into relationships with people, if we can keep expectations as low as we can, then there's all this abundance and we're grateful for everything they're doing. And if we have these expectations of who someone's supposed to be, we're focusing on a lot on who they're not being. And who wants to be in that? I don't want to be around somewhere I'm constantly being told what I'm not doing. I would much rather be around somewhere where people telling me how amazing I am and everything I am doing that they appreciate, right? Anyway, but that's what they have. So let me just shuffle these up, Brenda, and let's take a look here. So a general in love and energies for today. So what does Spirit want you to know about love and the general for today? All right. So the general for love here. All right. And what's going on today? Okay. So let me just switch my rings here. All right. So the general about love here. You've got the 8 of Pentacles, the Moon card, and the King of Cups. So definitely balancing of heart and mind here. Beautiful energy coming in. And the Moon card, a lot of emotion that's below the surface here. And the 8 of Pentacles does say that you have been investing a lot of energy and blood, sweat, and tears into love, self-love, um, you know, creating, it's like you're focusing energy on your self-love and the love of the outside world and what do I need to prepare for this? And so the 8 of Pentacles does show like you've been going through this transformation, you've been going through these changes. Things are beginning to flow in the outside world that will bring it to you. There's a lot of emotion here that's coming up, and I feel like the phases of the moon have a huge impact for you, especially regarding love because you are a big feeler, you have a wonderful huge heart, but when we have a huge heart that's full of a lot of water, the the moon influences us hugely because it's like the tides, right? And so paying attention to the different the different phases of the moon, the different signs that the moon goes into every 2 to 3 days, we can see how it impacts us. Be aware of it because if we're aware of our emotional energies, um, it helps us. It's like looking at the weather forecast. You know what to wear, it doesn't impact you as much. And so you don't have these ups and downs and ups and downs because you might be feeling, I know with me, until I learned about, you know, the moon phases and all the impacts of the moon. I used to feel like I was all over the place. Some days I'd be up in the air with mind and then down into feeling grounded and then off feeling emotions like exploded everywhere and then fire and action and feisty and and that's what happens as we go through all the 4 elements of the moon every week really because every 2 to 3 days we go through a different sign. And so when you're aware of it and how the moon impacts it, and there's a lot of stuff for free on the internet that you can look at and see what's the phase of the moon today and what does that, Pisces moon mean. You can also this is what I use here. It's a great book. It's a daily planetary guide that talks about the moon and the moon energies and all the different planetary stuff too. But I feel like the moon is huge for you, and so it's important for you going into relationships to be aware of that. Otherwise, um, we're extreme emotion, extreme fire, extreme in our mind, extremely grounded, and balancing that energy is important. Which here we come back to the King of Cups, balancing heart and mind, because I feel like this individual, this is when we get relationships and I get the King of Cups, I like it because this represents someone that will be coming into your life that is balanced of heart and mind. And so it's really helps with the compatibility when you're aware of the moon. And even, I mean, literally the phases of the moon are on this card too. So becoming aware of the moon and the moon's impact here. I love that they're like, look at the card. So definitely, I feel like for love, that's an important piece of preparation for you as that happens. I feel like it is headed your way. The advice for today, that was yeah, energies for today. Yeah. Well, energies for today are patience with the Seven of Pentacles, trust that things are unfolding, that, everything happens in its perfect timing. And, the fruit doesn't come before the roots and the tree and the leaves, that it happens. But something that you can do, you've got the Queen of Cups. Here's that emotion that I'm telling you about. You are very connected. You've probably been feeling people's emotions since you were very young. And maybe if you know your chart, do you have a lot of water? Do you have a water moon? Are you a water sign? You got a lot of connection to emotion here. And the Eight of Cups is about purposely transforming old emotions that don't serve and clearing your life of emotional energies, including um, these relationships that don't bring you peace, don't bring you joy, don't, it's like the energy that they bring in is always low vibration. You don't have to cut them completely off if you're like, well, that's my sister. You're like, well, you just don't have to hang around with them a whole bunch. You don't have to invest as much energy into it. You can also, if you haven't checked out my Take 10 with Zen playlist, there's actually a couple um, episodes. One's called The True Gift of the Empath, and one's called An Empathic Bubble, which helps you put up like a bubble around where you don't feel everyone's emotions that are coming in, and then you don't, or at least you don't take it, doesn't, it's not as loud, and you don't take on other people's emotions as well. So I like this energy for you coming in here, Brenda. I just feel like you're really clearing out and making emotional space for a relationship that would be, coming your way. So that is what they have for you. So that is your message. So thanks so much, Brenda. And thank you for the donation. Many blessings to you. I get you, Mod. Well, good. I like that. That want to live a better life, and yeah, yeah. It's. I know sometimes, especially with being an air sign Gemini, sometimes they don't like to share their emotions, right? They'll share their thoughts sometimes, but not their emotions. It's an air thing. All right. So hang in there, my dear. All right. So let's scroll up here. We'd left off with Kritika Sayani for the free readings. You want to know, are you destined to get married to Amit or someone new? Love coming in 2024. All right. So we'll pull one card for, is it destined to be your marriage with Amit? Okay. And then, um, or is there someone new? Love coming in 2024. All right. So the destination to get married to Amit, you got the Queen of Wands here. And, I just feel like with the Queen of Wands, this is your energy, fiery, able to go anywhere, do anything. And I, I, I just feel like the brightness and the energy of this, it's like the sun doesn't ask permission to shine and doesn't dim their light for anyone. And I feel like Amit, for some reason, that they would not appreciate your brightness, your sunniness, and that they would be wanting you to, you need to bring it down. You need to shrink. You need to dim your light with this energy here. I just feel like you have so much to express, so much joy, so much energy, and so much desire to accomplish so many things. I just feel like they would shrink you. So I don't feel like you are destined to be married to them, because you are destined to shine. And when we're talking about new love coming in 2024, there is this pursuit here. The knight, here's a knight coming in here, an air sign coming in, someone who, it's like someone who allows you to fly and will jump and follow you on the motorcycle. They don't try to, have a falcon that has the thing on there, and like they have those little blinders on so they don't fly away. And then the little uh, cord attached to their foot, attached to the person's arm, and this person allows you to be free and allows you, to soar. And so I feel like that is someone who comes in by the end of 2024 here. So I like that better for you, Kritika. It just feels like we need you to soar. We need you to be free. We need you to express this bright energy, this fire that you have within you. The world needs that, and it doesn't need you to dim it. And so that's what's coming in, Kritika. I like it. Shine, baby, shine. All right. So that's what they have for you. And many blessings to you. We'll continue moving down the list here. All right. So, Marie Jones, you are up next. Hello, hello. So, a money reading for the year. Absolutely. And be sure to check out the energy forecast for 2024 that I put out for each individual zodiac sign. It does talk about career, money, and love, and blessings for each of the 3 4 month periods, etc. So, check it out. And as well for additional messages. So let's see what else they want you to know here. All right. So money reading for the rest of the year. All right. And then they want the bottom of the deck here too. All right. So this is a year of really facing some fears and thoughts and beliefs. You have the Nine of Swords, which is the nightmare and insomnia card. And we're specifically talking about money, right? And so there's all these fears that are bubbling up this year, but they're coming up on purpose. You have the Knight of Swords, which they're in pursuit of higher truth, capital T truths, because they're in pursuit of the Ace of Swords, which allows us to see things, of course, from a higher perspective, but also it allows us to transform these fears we have and not cut them away. But what Spirit has been saying, this is a year of we transform these fears into higher knowledge, higher wisdom, because when we face them, we understand our fears and they end up changing our perspective. And as you change your perspective, as you change the energy and the stories that you're putting around money and finances and abundance and worthiness and lack, these changes happen. Then you start to see those changes in your money as well. So I like this. This is a year of really cutting away a lot of the lower vibrational beliefs that if they're not in your conscious mind, like, well, I don't think I have those, then they're subconscious and they're being brought up so that you can transform them. And they stop being weights that hold you back financially. A great book. I'm not sure if I told you about it. It's Tapping into Wealth by Margaret Lynch, and it's great. It's all the tapping, how we can do tapping, and but it's a great book because it goes not only about our beliefs and these, stories that we have within us that we were inundated with growing up by what we saw, what we experienced, what we heard, what we were told, blah blah blah. That this is all running and it allows us to contact and connect with our subconscious and has these transformations. So, great book if you haven't had a chance to look at it. She's hilarious. She has videos that you have free access to when you purchase the book, and it's just funny because she's just so full of life uh, so I really would recommend that for you if that resonates for you. All right, Marie, that's what they have for you. So many blessings to you. All right. And we are to Grace 1111 and do like a general reading. Let's see. What does Spirit want you to know right now? All right. Boom, boom. Cards are flying out. Look out. All right. Wow. Look at this. So, Grace, you have this wonderful nudge from Spirit. You have the Knight of Wands, which is one of the fastest moving knight. They're finding their passion. They're on a quest. All knights have a quest, right? This one's on the quest for the Ace of Wands, which is their passion for life. The Three of Pentacles represents being true to your authentic self, not being drawn off by other people, and having other people help too, in a way. But there's this joining together of discovering what your passion is and allowing you to follow your passion. Maybe it does take here with the Three of Pentacles if you have like a family, like a spouse or children or whatever that are still dependent on you. is getting together and saying, this is my dream and this is what I want to do. And I know that it'll impact everyone else, but what's everyone else's dream? I almost feel like it's joining together with some people going to make this work where we all can live our true selves and our dreams. Can we do this? Or if you don't have obligations of family or spouse, maybe it's family, friends, where you're like, you know what? With me living by myself, I can't do this because of expenses. But if we all move into together as roommates and cut our costs into half or into thirds, we can all live our dreams. And it's like, what? It's that kind of energy that's coming in here that you have this opportunity to truly live your dream and pursue it. And it's spirit nudging you. It's no longer just existing, but this is about living your dream in your life. So I love that. And that's what's coming in, Grace. A nice little nudge to bring that gifts that you of expressing that love in your heart with the world in your own unique way. And the world needs that. This is the year. All right. So many blessings to you. And then great, almighty great chords. Hello, hello. So let's take a look here. And is there anything about your twin flames appearance? Let's take a look. See what is going on with your twin flame. In fact, I also want to make sure here I captured this. This is a pick a card um, that I put out last year, and it had great messages from Spirit here. And this is for everyone. Let me just put that down there and highlight this so I don't lose your space. This is the pick a card that talks about messages from your soulmate, soul partner, and or twin flame. Tells us the difference between the three, which did not know. So I loved when Spirit brought it through. So there could be messages in there for you too. So be sure to check that out if that resonates. And for anyone else that's for. Let's see here. Any appearance of the twin flame. What does Spirit want you to know about your twin flame and appearance here? I like it. Nowhere to be found yet. We're like, where the heck are they? I'm waiting. It's funny because here comes this Ace of Cups being offered here. You can even see hands down there. Kind of. Can't really see it yet. But you have this Knight of Swords, which comes in here too. So, Knight of Swords is, pursuit of things, higher education, seeing things from a different perspective. And with this Four of Cups, this is emotional stability and, how we're looking to the outside world for our emotions and our fulfillment, which we realize the outside world won't bring us what we're looking for. This is the Ace of Cups. See, there it goes. See the hands offering. This is the chalice, the Holy Grail. I kind of feel like here, Great Courts, this is about new ways of looking at love first is important. And finding this Ace of Cups inward and upward and really filling up and expanding your self-love is such an important piece. Um, that is needed first before a twin flame would appear into your life here. Because twin flames, and if you watch that video, are kind of like a special agent where it brings a lot of passion, a lot of love, a lot of extreme. It's like fighting Jean-Claude Van Damme in Bloodsport in an arena. You're tied together, you can't get away from each other, and they force you to look at either things in your life and do the work that you came down here to do. It's like an enhanced advanced class that we take. We don't normally have a lot of twin flames that we choose to have in our lifetimes because it is so extreme. But it's when we want to jump and make leaps and bounds, we'll choose. It's like taking enriched math in school. It's like, do you want the regular math or the enriched math, which is going to be really tough? It's like, oh, I want the enriched math. Give it to me, right? And this is what is coming in here. It's like, normally that experience with the twin flame just takes us through the coals, makes us face our self-love and those like those mirrors that they have where It's a regular mirror, and you flip it over and you can see your pores. It's like they are this mirror that makes us see, oh my gosh, whoa, that's a little too close, but they force us to see the things. But I feel like with you in this lifetime, I do feel like a twin flame. You have this experience, but it's um, not like the twin flame on, steroids experience. It's like you um, want to face and grow all this to where when you have this twin flame journey, that you've done a lot of that where it doesn't feel as an intense on the work that needs to be done. I feel like you had a lifetime that was like with this twin flame that was like, oh my God, you know. And in this lifetime, it's like, let's do the work first so we can enjoy the benefits of having done a lot of the work where it's not all about the work and not so much about the experience of feeling the depth of love that you can feel with someone. So hopefully that makes sense. I feel like, that has to happen first. That's why you're like, "Where are they?" And you're like, "Well, we gotta do this first. We're doing this first, and then they'll be arriving." So hopefully that helps, great chords. But that's what's coming in right now. So many blessings to you. All right. And, no, Needy, I haven't oh, wait. No, nope, I haven't gotten to yours yet. And Ms. Rec, not yours yet either. All right. And let's see, I don't see where you guys are at here. Um, Needy, you're a couple away, a few away, and I don't see yours must be much further down there. Mizrak, I don't see it like jumping out at me. All right, so great course. That's what they have for you, my dear. And aspire, inspire. Hello, hello. So let's take a look here. So you want to ask about your daughter's health. Okay, she's got a teaching job. Oh, well, as predicted. I love that. As Spirit said, she got the job, but now she's been ill, fever, cold, cough for 5 months. My gosh. When will she be all right? Will she continue on the job or will she have to change it? If yes, with month. Okay, great. And then, of course, whenever we talk about health, I have to do a disclaimer here in United States that in the disclaimers in the description box of the video, just that um, tarot's designed for entertainment purposes and shouldn't replace medical, of course, professionals, any kind of professional advice or resources. Everyone ultimately has to make their own decision. So, disclaimer said, check, check. All right, let me just give these a shuffle here. Yes, we have Aspire, and then Rhonda, and then Needy, and then Musical Beer, and then Highness, and then Needy Sarvaya, and then Mizrak. I see you down there now. So got a little bit of ways to go here. So let me just shuffle these up here. Since I was saying all those names, the cards are all flying out. I'm like, no, not their messages yet. We're focusing on Aspire. So let's see here what's going on with your daughter. What about her health first? Okay. And then will she need to change jobs? And if so, all right. All right. So, yeah, I see here. So, well, your daughter's health is getting better slowly here. The Seven of Pentacles is the last thing that grows on the fruit tree is the fruit, but it does require her looking at some of her own thoughts and beliefs and mindsets, some fears that are impacting her because this is the source of loss. This is the source of deception. And so this fever, cold, cough is a reflection of some like when they're in fight or flight or, and with the human body. If you look at fight or flight impact on the body on the internet, you can get a whole bunch of information that talks about how our immune system shuts down, how our digestive system shuts down, all this stuff. And when we're in fear, our body is like not running at its highest healing because it's shutting down things to help us fight or run away to feel safe again. And if we're in a loop of emotional fears, then our body keeps shutting down and it doesn't get to heal. So I feel like that's a big piece of that around that she is healing slowly, but she can speed it up by focusing on gratitude. And I know it's difficult when you're feeling like crap, but focusing on Laugh as much as you can, joy as much as you can, gratitude as much as you can, focus on unconditional love as much as you can, being aware of what you're bringing in through your eyes, your nose, your mouth, your ears, your touch, whatever we're bringing in energetically impacts us energetically. So if we can focus on, laughter, watch comedies, focus on love, connect to spirit, those things will help her body get out of fear and even breathing, and coming back to what am I grateful for in life, right? As far as the job, I do see a death and a rebirth, which is I feel like this is a change of job. And with the Empress, this new birth feels like it happens in March. And that's that three is standing out here. So I do feel like it's a new, because she's going to start to feel better here, that she's going to be able to change positions. Not necessarily that um, a complete overhaul, but I just feel like it's important. Like March is the month where she finds that there's something else to do and changes jobs. I don't feel like she has to. I feel like she's rebirthing. I feel like this period of time has given her time to think too. And so there's this opportunity that comes up in March. So that's what's coming in for you, Aspire. So we're sending her lots of love and lots of energy to help her higher self move her out of fear and have some good old fashioned healing. All right. All right, so many blessings to you. All right, and you're welcome, Brenda. Your phone logged me off. It's like, whoops, but you're welcome and welcome back. All right. And Rhonda, you are up, my dear. So, what does Spirit want you to know? Let's take a look here. What do they want you to know right now? They want me to pull this Blue Angel Oracle for you. Wow. Okay. So, let's veer off here for a sec. These are short definitions. So, or meanings of the cards. Let's see. What does Spirit want you to know right now? Your Blue Angel. All right. Multi-dimensional healing. Wow, look at this. Card number 5. Healing on all sorts of levels. Beautiful, beautiful. Love the artwork, but yeah, I love the symbology. Dang. So, love and prayer says, are you willing to let go of the fear and worry that serve no useful purpose in your life? If so, healing is available to you right now. Through the grace of love, the past, present, and future can be healed. Invite healing into your life through prayer. Talk to the angels and ask for their help. There is a sacred flame within you that can be activated by your command. Activate it now. The angels will help you if you believe and trust. At this very moment, you're being filled with healing light. Accept and do not doubt it. If tears flow, let them, for this too is part of your healing. And a little message at the bottom says, that which is most precious is inside you. Wow. I love it. So that is the message they have for you, Rhonda. Boom. I love it. Good to see you. All right. So continue down the list here. And we've got needy, just needy, because I've got needy Sarvaya here in a couple, but this is just needy. All right. And you'd like a general reading. So let's take here, needy. What do your guides want you to know right now? All right. We got movement happening here. Let me do this correctly here. 8 of Wands, fast movement and messages. Knight of Swords, too, is about movement of thought, belief, mindset, but also movement of communication. So I feel like you're getting a lot of messages from Spirit, a lot of things coming in the outside world, things being dropped in your head, memories just triggering out of nowhere. And this is Spirit and people on the other side letting you know that you're not alone. They're inundating you with messages. Maybe you're seeing a lot of repeating numbers, clocks, 11:11, 22. Well, I guess you wouldn't have 22:22. Well, unless you have military time. But there's this energy of a lot of communication coming in, a lot of things they're wanting to tell you and guide you, and it's kind of like a reminder that they are with you, you know. They won't meddle with your free will and power of choice, and, you know, you give them a honey-do list before you come down here. "These are the things I'd like to experience." They're always working on that, but while we're down here, they'll just do that, but they're ready for any other requests, any other communication, any other, you know, energies that you're putting out there to influence your life. And if we ask them of our own free will, "Hey, come meddle in my life," or "Can you show me a sign? Can you tell me more about this? I'm not sure what to do. Need more information." They will bring it and bring those things to you too. So I feel like there's just information all over the place. And the more you raise your vibration from, you know, when we're in our lower vibration of fear of this planet, it's very noisy, chaos. It's hard for us to hear the whispers of spirit. But the more we turn down the fear noise and turn up our gratitude, unconditional love, joy, laughter, that's the frequency at which they speak. You can hear messages really, really clearly there. So that is what they have for you right now, Needy. So many blessings to you. And then Ashi, you said hello. Hello back to you. I don't see a message from you yet as a question, so we'll continue down here. Musical beer. That's an interesting name. Does your beer sing to you? Right. Need like a general reading. So let's take a look here. What does Spirit want you to know right now? Musical beer. All right. Wow. I love this. Two major arcana coming in here for you. And this does represent, I mean, here's your higher self calling you upward, and this is like the calling, receiving the calling. And the star card is like this wish upon a star, also your higher self. So both of these are this connection to spirit and saying that now is such an important time for you to seek and connect with spirit and the higher realms, because they're going to bring you a lot of clarity around what your life purpose is. What is your true dream? Not the dream that people have given you growing up, but what is your true dream? What is this passion, this life purpose? How do you, um, and how does your heart uniquely want to express this unconditional love in your heart with the world? It's a beautiful, beautiful energy. And like this is the year of not existing but beginning to live. We're you know, I talk about this book a lot, and so here's the plug for everyone. I don't get anything from this except the joy knowing that this could help you like it's helping me and my praying mantis members, which Discover Your Dharma is a beautiful book by Sahara Rose. It's like discovering your life purpose. If you check out her website, iamsahararose.com, she's got some quizzes on there too that help you, that are free, about what is your, like, what area could your life purpose be? What's your dosha? You know, what kind of energy do you carry? And and then, of course, if you buy the book, she goes into much more detail and great questions, great guidance. So if you're looking for something, I highly recommend that book if you're unsure of what area, but connecting with spirit will help you identify that and see that. So I like that for you, musical beer. So many blessings to you. And we'll continue on down the list here. All right. So, Highness, you are up next. And you'd like a general reading on your next partner. All right, let's take a look here and see what does Spirit want you to know right here. All right, your next partner. All right, well, you have the Nine of Cups. Your next partner is going to feel like a dream come true. And the Four of Pentacles represents a solid foundation in the outside world, but there's this energy of home. So either you're going to meet them, you know, at what you consider home, or they bring in this feeling of home for you. You know, I feel like there's this, you know, heart is, you know, home is where the heart is, but they make you feel safe and you just feel this comfort level there. I do see this Three of Wands was also falling out of the deck here, which shows that it's someone abnormal. You're like, yay, someone different. You're taking an off ramp from who you normally would choose, and it's someone different because you're tired of doing what you've always done and getting what you've always gotten. And you're like, this next partner is very unique. is a good word. They're not weird. Well, they're weird, but in a good way. But you're like, wow, this is a different route than I normally would have taken. So I like this for you. And that's what they have for you right now, a little bit of tidbit of who they are. So many blessings to you. All right. And then up next, we've got Scorpio 1180. Hello, hello. You want to ask, will you be able um, for your son the help he needs? I know you're not. Oh, okay. Thank you for the disclaimer on medical professionals. So you're wondering if you're going to be able to get your son the help that he needs. All right, let's take a look here. And any advice they have for you regarding that. Yeah, I feel like you will here. You've got two fours. Fours are very stable numbers. It's like a huge kitchen table with four, or a huge table with four, big legs on it. It's a very solid foundation. So you have the four pentacles bringing stability in the physical world, and also emotional stability coming in here too. So I do feel like you have this here. You have the ability to bring them and get them the help they need. I feel like it starts here, big deep breaths and going inward and upward, because the Ace of Cups is turning inward and upward to your self love, and even her kind of meditating. These are kind of contemplating, taking a step back, breathing, and going, all right, guys, I need guidance. Can you show me? Because they will answer you and show you guidance and bring you clarity if you ask them of your own free will. If we don't ask, they're not going to bring things to us, because it's like a 2-year-old trying to pour milk into their cereal bowl the first time. Like, they need to learn and they want to learn. And they're all supportive of letting the 2-year-old do it. But they're like, just so you know, we're here if you need anything. If you're suddenly going to drop it, we're here. If you want any questions, we'll answer it. They're getting the mop and the paper towels and for the cleanup, because they know it's going to be messy. But if you ask them for help, they definitely will guide you in the direction and show you synchronicities. So don't be afraid to ask them for help, and they're ready and waiting for it. So there you go. So many blessings to you. All right. And then we've got, let's see here. Sorry, I lost my place. Oh, there we go. Needy talking about those Capricorns again. All right, Needy Sarbaya, you'll be here right after Mizrak Bayin. So, Mizrak, you are up. So, general reading for you. What does Spirit wants you to know here? What are you needing to know in this moment? All right. So, you've got the Nine of Cups, which is about like emotional dreams come true. And you've got the Five of Swords here, which the Five of Swords, these will see if they'll focus in here. Here you go. So the Five of Swords is the battling between the heart and the mind about what does it mean for your dreams to come true. And then, so this is telling you that it's a good time to really question, what your heart wants versus what your mind wants. Your mind is full of a lot of opinion from the past, and it's saying like, well, no, this is what you're supposed to want, should want, need to want, right? But the heart goes, but this is what I desire. This is what I long for. And so if you allow both your heart and your mind to have a seat at the table around what is a dream come true, either through love, or is it job, or is it life purpose? What are you looking for? Where do you feel empty? Where do you feel this struggle that's going on inside between the two? And if you allow each, even maybe get a piece of paper and draw a line down the middle and put heart and mind, and let the heart just blah, 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 and then switch to the mind and see what the mind wants to say, and see where there's a compromise that can be made between the two, right? So I feel like this is what they're having come in here right now, is just to be able to understand that there is a difference between the two. Your high heart is connected to like your higher realms, and how you truly want to express love to the world. And the mind has a lot of stories it's been told all its life, That, "Oh, no, no, this is what it's supposed to be. I read it on the internet." It's like, "No, let's find a compromise between the 2 and then take it step by step towards that." So that's what they have for you, Mizrek, right now. So many blessings to you. And then Needy Sarvaya, you are up. Hi, hi, hi. So you are in Aries. That explains so much. I'm just kidding. So what do you think? What do you think worst the worst traits of Aries? So, there's not right or wrong or, better or worse. There's just different expressions, right? And so when you're looking at expression of each of the individual zodiac signs, we have a lower expression and a higher expression. Low expressions of Aries, they're the babies. They are little forest fires. They will, the lower vibrational side of that is that they will leap before they think. They will spout out. They will just it'll be creating a forest fire. They just flame out and they'll destroy everything in their way. And that's the heatedness, the fire, the purity of this fire. So, but the higher vibration, the higher expression of that is that they are pioneers. They will do things that other people won't. And so they help move everyone forward. They're great starters. They're great, um, inventors, but they'll express these things. They have this passion for life. They can get people, just naturally. They draw people to them with this bright light that they are. They help bring hope. They help bring new ideas and new ways of doing things too, in a way. So it's very much because they're the newborns, the beginners, they're the starters of things. So celebrate that too. And it depends, it's lower vibrational fear energy or higher vibrational love energy when they want to help the world, through that expression and lead the world to places. But the lower vibrational is all about me, 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 and fire, fire at the mouth. So hopefully that helps, Needy. But yeah, there's a lot of great stuff if you on the internet too, of you know around the lower and higher expressions of each sign. I'm sure you could Google that or whatever your favorite search engine is and see a ton. So there's great things, and getting to know ourselves is beautiful because we can recognize we're in the lower or the higher vibration, right? All right, so that's what they have for you, Needy Sarvaya. So many blessings to you. Yeah, absolutely, Brenda. You can, if you want a free one, you can put it on the bottom here, and I'm going to be on for about 20 more minutes. And if anyone makes a donation, I still have time to do those. We'll see how far I'm getting in the free readings. I might be back this afternoon if there's enough of that I don't get to, but we're getting through pretty fast here. All right, Brenda. All right, thank you for your extra donation. As soon as you pop your question, I will jump that back. For the sake of time, I'm going to jump up to Keisha Williams for your general reading. Let's see what Spirit wants you to know right now. Well, beautiful. Look at this. You got the Five of Pentacles and the Seven of Pentacles. Five of Pentacles is this feeling of being left behind, being left out in the cold, kind of the energy of lack. And the Seven of Pentacles here, I can see how this is the last thing that grows on the fruit tree is the fruit. And so it feels like some things in abundance and things unfolding in your life are taking forever. But it's part of the process here. And during while these things are taking a little bit of time, it is an opportunity here with the Five of Pentacles to look into your thoughts of belief and lack and see why, where is this below the surface where I feel I don't deserve some things, because that is slowing things down. As you look into these feelings, and if you check out my Take 10 with Zen, in fact, I think I have the links down here. Yeah, I did grab them here. Let me just throw these into the chat here. Here's the Take 10 with Zen um, playlist link. There it goes. And that does talk about the Episodes 4 and 5 talk about things we can do to bring in things faster. One of them is the Six of Pentacles, which would be right smack in the middle here between the two, which talk about our out of balance giving and receiving rate of exchange that's bubbling down below the surface on autopilot. And so, if you take a look at those, it will give you some ideas about, what is this? Why is this taking so long? Why are things being kept away from me? But it also helps speed up and it's like giving a plant miracle grow. It'll grow faster and bigger. Fruit will come from it too. So I like this that they're saying, just with this lack and this feeling of things not coming in, that there's this beautiful opportunity to change some beliefs that will drop these force fields, allow things to come to you faster. So I like it. All right, Keisha, that's what they have for you there. So many blessings to you. Let me scroll down here. All right. So I don't see your second question yet, Brenda. So I'll continue here. And we are to Aditi. Hey, Aditi. So, general reading for you. What does Spirit want you to know right now? All right. What is on Spirit's mind? All right. Wow. So it looks like you've got this conflict going back and forth in your mind here. And I feel, is this about school? Are you looking at like what you want to do, where you want to invest your energy, what you want to improve, what you want to work on, what you want to move forward with? I just feel like there's this going back and forth between studying or higher education or learning something new. I feel like is going back and forth between here. And they're saying that there's no wrong choice, that if you're trying to decide where you're going to invest this energy and what you're wanting to obtain in life, that there's no wrong, and not to let fear guide you, because I feel like that what's going on between you have this thing of going, oh, I'd love to do this, but this makes more sense, this is what everyone thinks I should do, this would be the right thing to do, the more financially beneficial thing to do, whatever it is, like this would give me more, but I really would love to do this. They're saying, don't do this, um, out of fear, do this out of love for yourself. And this allows you to live. This allows you to exist. And they're saying, if you choose this, you'll eventually choose that, because this will be empty. You might have abundance, you might have the stuff, but you're going to be like, waking up going, all right, let's go do that today. Come on. You have to like pump yourself up to go do it. Where this is, you'll wake up early, excited to go do it. And this will feel like life. This will feel like work. Right. So that's what's coming in at DT. Hopefully that makes sense. But that is what their message is for you. So many blessings. All right. You're welcome, Aspire. And Brenda, thank you for your donation. So you want to know what is up with Arnold? He seems to be interested in talking to you, but you find it weird somehow. All right, let's take a look here. So, all right, let's see what's going on with Arnold, and why do you feel that it's weird? All right. All right. All right. So, Arnold here, he is conflicted in his head. He's going back and forth and back and forth and back and forth and back and forth here. The star card here is this it is Aquarius energy, which could be why you think that they're weird, but they have a different way of approaching things here too, right? So they do things differently, um, and they're kind of have this going back and forth in their head of, because they've got the Two of Pentacles here too. They have these cycles that they go through. He's a Libra. Okay. Yeah, so this going back and forth in their mind, and this balancing of things. And so they do, that's the air sign piece of it all too. So that may seem weird to you too. And even the King of Cups is balancing of heart and mind. So, there is this very much this Libra scales energy that comes in here. And so I do feel like they you're one side of the scale of their life. They're like, this is interesting, but they balance themselves and life and self and life and self and life. And I almost feel like they're like right in the middle of being an an introvert slash extrovert. Like they like to go out and express themselves, but they also take their time alone and then they go. So it's almost like a little cuckoo. That could be the weirdness too. But it's they're here and they're gone. They're here, they're gone. They're here, they're gone. They're here, they're gone. And that's okay. It's I like that they're responsive to your messages and they reach out, which is cool too, but you also feel like they kind of are reserved, right? Which is all right because the 4 of Cups, they are focusing on their self-love here, and they realize, that if they don't fill up on the inside, that these bowls feel really empty of the outside world, relationship situations and things too. So, we've got this energy here that's coming up here, and we've got this. They're focusing on themselves, balancing emotionally, which allows them to express themselves out here. You might even feel like, and Libra rules over relationships as well, the house of relationship in a way, and but I feel like if you feel like they could take you or leave you, they could. That's the way that I feel like they're at in life right now, that they don't need it. They want you, but they don't need you. And that could be a weird feeling because we're not used to that. When people find this self-love and self-confidence, which I really feel like they are in this really beautiful, calm place, um, that they are experiencing this. I feel like they're fairly new to this, and so it kind of feels kind of weird to them too. But I like it for you. I feel like you are being a beautiful mirror for them, and they're being a beautiful mirror for you. So I like this for you, Brenda. Yeah, yeah. They're looking for their self love, and they're not. They're in this transitional period of um, that they don't feel like they need love and the outside love because they're finding this inner love. Um, but this is where they'll get to this point where they feel this Ace of Cups filling them up, and then it overflows, and then they see the love that they could have in the outside world. It's like, "Oh, okay, So I feel like they're getting to know you and they're enjoying the friendship and they're enjoying the interactions, but they're really focused in on getting them. So, oh, yeah. So he's really getting to know himself more here. So, yeah. Yeah. I don't feel like, yeah. And that could be why he's just so, focusing on his own self love too, because he's realizing the love of the outside world doesn't give them, what they were looking for either. So they are definitely looking inward here. But yeah, I don't feel like there's anything weird here. Um, so I like that. I like that they're well, his interest with you here. I just feel like it's a good. They like your energy and this reflection here. I mean, like I said, it's a good mirror. You're good mirrors for each other. I feel like he's like, yeah, that's cool. Just being able to interact with someone and but I don't feel like there's like I said, I feel like they don't need love, because they're focusing on their inner love. And of course, if they just got married, they're getting the romance and all that. And so I feel like you're just being a great mirror. I don't feel like there's anything weird about this. The bottom, they just feel very grounded. So I just feel like it's a good you're a good reflection for them. And I don't know what kind of conversations you guys have, but it just feels like they're understanding themselves more here. But yeah, so that's what they have there. So I don't feel like it's romantic. I don't feel like they're looking for anyone on the side or anything like that. But definitely, um, if you feel any of that, that's up to you what you do with all that. But kind of feel like you're like, yeah, you know what? Put up your boundaries, put up your what you're wanting from it, and the question, yeah, is what is your interest in them? What is your interest in yourself too, right? They're being a mirror for you. That's why Spirit is saying they're being a great mirror. It's like what are you wanting from your life? What are you wanting from things? What reflection are you seeing in them? Because that's showing you about yourself too. So yeah, you can say, "Hey, yeah, I would love to meet you and your wife for coffee." Very interesting. All right, so that's what they have for you right now, Brenda. It just feels very, um, just mirror. I feel like the big thing for you is to realize, what do you see? What do you want from it? What is it showing back to yourself? Yeah, and if they're married, if you don't want to, you can just be you can be kind, but you don't have to do any action that you don't wanna do. Spirit is basically saying, look at what you are learning about yourself in this situation more than future. It's like, look at your mirror of you is the ultimate message, right? Okay. All right. I'm actually running out of time here. I've only got about 4 minutes left, and then I'll be headed off to my praying mantis session. So, I feel like I have enough here where I will come back this afternoon for the free readings that I did not get to. In fact, let me take some screenshots here. So I'll be going to my praying mantis session, which will be about an hour or so, and then I'm going to eat so I don't pass out. And then I'll be back later this afternoon, and I will post in the comments of this um, session. Sorry, I'm trying to do two things at one time. I'll pin a link to the new video when it comes out. But if you are, um, of course, if you're subscribed to my channel, which you had to do to actually chat, of course, if you have your settings notifications set to all, then you'll be notified when I go live again here in a few hours, couple hours, 2 3 hours. And then in that video, I will, after I'm done, I'll pin a comment in there in the order in which the readings were completed, so you can find out whereabouts in the reading your message is. Um, so appreciate all of you guys for all the thumbs up that you gave the video here, and for all the donations. That's how I keep going and able to offer these things. And yeah, Zane, I will be back for you guys' questions. I just am running out of time since I have a special session for my Praying Mantis YouTube members. If you guys are interested, it's $7.99 a month. After each one of these free ones, I'm usually in for about 2 hours for these readings, and then I go over there also on Thursday night. So we have a special Q&A with them for a couple hours. So if you're interested, all that information's in the description box of the video. And while you're waiting, if you want something to look at, and I have a bunch of free content on my main page. One of them is this 2024 energy forecast, which is it shows each zodiac sign a big forecast for this 2024. Let's see, love, money, career, and then it also splits out the year into 3 equal sections of 4 months each, a blessing for each, and then also what Spirit wants you to know about each of those areas. So you can check those out. Those are all free. Also, the solstice we're in the middle of, from 12/21, December 21st to March 21st. Here is a pick a card you can choose from to see what messages Spirit has for you. And there was an extra item on there for each individual zodiac sign. So there's timestamps in the description box of the video you can jump to and get extra message specifically for whether you're looking for your sun sign, your moon sign, whatever. There's even a little description in there about each of the planets, what area of the life that they rule over, so that if you know your birth chart, you can go, oh, I want to know about work. So I'll go look at my, where Saturn is in my, my chart. And oh, okay, that's what you can expect for the first 3 months. So some pretty cool things you can find out from that one. Again, that's free. And then the solstice starting in December also introduced Capricorn season. So here's a pick a card for December 21st to January 21st. And happy birthday to all you Capricorn sun babies. There's a special bonus reading for you. And if you know any Capricorns out there, anyone, you can send them that link and tell them bruddaZEN says happy birthday. Here's a free 3-month reading. All right. Also, each month I have at least one pilgrimage meditation pick a card, and this one was amazing. They're all amazing, but this one blew my socks off, which is a meditation where we went to Glastonbury Tor, which is this tower in England, and great meditation there. And there's a pick a card there. So be sure to do that. I could look at that. And then I actually put out the Capricorn new moon alert a little early. I always put them out early for my praying mantis members. They get access a week early to the pick a cards. But this one, I set something weird where it didn't, it went out to everyone instead of just to my praying mantis members. So happy new year. You get it early this time. Must be for a reason, but definitely check this out. It talks about new moon wishes for the Capricorn new moon and where are you being too serious? Pick a card. So I like it. I have a ton of services that I offer down below: personal readings, past life readings, now birthday readings as well. Here's a link to talk about what those are, and they're half off till the end of January. I also have Hedges of Peace and Love and Astro Wish Upon a Star Astro readings. So all that information's down in the description box if you're interested. Again, thank you guys so much for all the thumbs up and all the love, all the support. I'll be back in a few hours to complete out the free readings. And just know as you're going throughout each and every second of every day of your life that you are unconditionally loved by the Mother and the Father of all things, our Creator. And of course, I love you too. So until I see you guys again, enjoy the rest of your day or night, wherever you're at in the world. And until I see you, much love and hang in there. Take care.